Garuda Puranam, Chapter 1. I salute the One Supreme, without birth, decay, or end, identical with knowledge, great, auspicious, free from impurities, without beginning, devoid of elemental body and actions, statuette in all creators, Hari, freed from impurity and illusion, and present everywhere. With mind, speech, and action, I do always salute Hari, Rudra, Brahma, the Lord of Ganas, and the goddess Sarasvati, having adored and lauded the poet Sutta, well versed in Puranas, of a quiet nature, the master of all scriptures, devoted to Vishnu, and idle when he came to the forest of Naimisha while making a pilgrimage to sacred shrines, and seated on a holy seat was meditating on the sinless Vishnu, the great rishis, Sonaka, and others dwelling in the forest of Naimishi, having asceticism for their wealth of quiescent souls, effulgent like the sun, and ever engaged in the celebration of sacrifices, said. The rishis said, O Sutta, thou art informed of everything, and therefore we ask you, among the celestials, who is Ishvara, and who is worthy of adoration, who should be meditated on, who is the creator of the universe, who protects it and who destroys it, from whom proceeds religion, who suppresses the wicked, with what vowed observances is he pleased, by what yoga can he be obtained, what are his incarnations, and what is his family, who has instituted the various castes and orders, and who protect them. O Sutta, O thou of great intellect, do thou describe unto us all this and everything else, the most excellent themes about Narayana. Sutta said, I will describe the Garuda Purana, the essence of all accounts relating to Vishnu. Formerly, Garuda described it to Kashyapa, and I myself had heard it from Vyasa. The Lord Narayana alone is the Lord of all the lords of the deities, the great Soul and the great Brahma. From him proceeds birth and so on. For the protection of the universe, Vasudeva, without birth and death, assumes various incarnations by his body, namely that of Komara and others. Having undertaken the incarnation of Kumara and lived in the celestial region, the first deity Hari, O Brahman, practiced the most difficult vow of celibacy without any break. Secondly, having assumed the bored form, the Lord of Sacrifices for the general well-being, released and helped up the heart sank deep under the nectar region. Thirdly, for the creation of the rishis, he assuming the form of a Brahma rishi, performed sattvic, pervaded by the quality of goodness, actions from which shall none proceed desireless actions. Then, for protecting righteousness, Hari, assuming the form of Narayana, practiced hard penances. He was then adored by the celestials and asuras. His fifth incarnation was Kapila, the lord of Siddhas, who expounded onto Daitya Shiv by cutting his entrails with his first claws. Assuming the form of a dwarf, in his 15th incarnation, he went to the sacrifice of Bali and praying for room for his 3 feet, obtained it. Beholding the kings aggrandize the Brahmanas in his 16th incarnation, he filled with anger, devastated the heart of the Kshatriyas for 21 times. In his 17th incarnation, he was begotten on Satyavati by Parasara as Veda Vyasa, and seeing the feeble intellect of the people, he divided the Vedas. Then, for accomplishing the work of the celestials, he was born as King Rama, built a bridge over the ocean, and performed other feats. In his 19th and 20th incarnations, the Lord was born as Rama and Krishna, and relieved the heart of her burden. Then, at the junction of the Kali Yuga for stupefying the enemies of the celestials, he was born as Buddha, the son of Jina. In the period of the eighth junction change of cycles, when all the kings will be on the verge of destruction, he will be born as Vishnu Jasa's son Kalki, the Lord of the world. Innumerable are the incarnations of Hari, the mind of Sattva, or twice born once. The prime manus, the knowers of the Vedas, are all said to have originated from Vishnu. From them proceeded the work of creation, and they should be adored with vowed observances and other rites. This Garuda Purana, consisting of 8,800 verses, Vyasa formally narrated to me.